It's Nolan. Hey, come to my show on Friday, bro. I'ma hire a gun with this shit. Hey, check. Pardon me, golly flow. I run game like Alimo. I'm solid gold. You disappear like Sonic Gold. Who wanna feel the wrath of a madman that'll tap dance past fans to get your ass jammed in a trash can? Murder hero, deserve to be scolded. Verbally dope, certain leader, first to revolt, prefer to repost. I ain't with time wasting. Anything can happen. French was fucking annihilating. I'm building my foundation. Fresh and local, here for the community. Wholehearted statements, everything I say is true to me. Life hard, niggas been drowning without a lifeguard. Water moccasin bite, fall straight like a python. Arnold Palmer sipping, politicians wanna know my name. I'm young Nolan, locomotive, yeah my soul is strained. I bust flows like water main, so guard your frame. They see the word freestyle, thinking it's off the brain. Nigga, what's your definition? It won't affect my next decision. This is exhibition, excellence in acquisition. My eloquence is heaven sent with elegant tradition. Your element is medicine, it only fixes the symptoms. Underrated, understated, shit is undebated. Fuck an album, my livelihood is a fundraiser. I keep the 8 like Troy Aikman, I'm so impatient. I'm killing fellow Jedis just to be Darth Vader. Lord save 'em, ain't none of y'all better. Got a chick in my back pocket, ain't none of y'all met her. Cleaning all of the clutter, had my attorneys the better. Hindsight 2020, you're my Bernie vendetta. This shit is masterful, my style is a throwback like a lateral. Haters spectating like Jamie Foxx and Collateral. Any beat you play is compatible, I'm an animal. Going over heads like Jesus speaking in parables. Ivan the terrible, rhyming like it's hysterical. It's prehistoric, the story is probably scaring you. So gritty, got rep in the whole city. Whoever opposing me will never get close with me. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everyone is doing well out there. In this particular video, we're going to be getting into J. Cole. He came in with a 2-for-1 this week. Gave us a back-to-back. You know what I'm saying? He popped out earlier this week on Daylight's new song, A Plate of Collard Greens. Unfortunately, I wanted to play A Plate of Collard Greens on here, you know what I'm saying, because Daylight had just released it on social media and YouTube. But unfortunately, it seems that record is now in the pipeline to be on DSPs for streaming. So as I ran my checks on it, YouTube showed me that there is a copyright claim on it, so I can't play the audio on that, but we will go through the lyrics. He also popped out this morning, on T Grizzly's new song, Blow for Blow, in which he opened up the song with another good verse. So J. Cole is back outside, and he's ready to get back to business, right? That whole thing that came out, Kendrick, that back and forth thing, Drake, whatever, apology. J. Cole been laying kind of low for most of the year. He had a couple features that, you know what I'm saying, the grippy shit or what have you. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, he's kind of kept a low profile. He popped out at a couple shows, you know what I'm saying, performing with Boss and stuff like that. But he's kept himself insulated with a close knit of people, presumably the Dreamville camp, and just kind of let things play out, you know, in their own natural order to where he's removed himself from the conversation. But now, J. Cole is back outside. You know what I'm saying? He popped out on the ASAP Rocky record a few weeks ago as well. So I think he's ready to get back to that feature run. And what I think is interesting is on the songs he's featured on, these last 3, he's taking his pen game to another level to where now, even though he's still rapping at a high level, he's still rapping at a very competitive level, he's taking his content to a place where he doesn't necessarily have to talk about, oh, I'm about to kill these rappers, I'm going to eat these rappers, and if a nigga want to test me. Like, he's kind of removed that from the context of his bars while still kind of keeping that same energy. He's just not saying it blatantly, which is a really smart way of going about it, and a very, how can I put it? Very intentional way of keeping himself in the conversation without facing like too much scrutiny Because a lot of people, myself included, was like, bro, after that whole Kendrick thing, how do you come back outside and say that you want to go toe to toe with anybody when your greatest competitor, it showed that you didn't. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that because they have a friendship, but the way that it played out, it just came out unfavorable to Cole, right? Now, let's get into a plate of collard greens with his verse on here, see what he's talking about, and then we're going to get to blow for blow with T Grizzly. Big shout out to Daylight. I hate to skip your verse, because you a dope MC and you put a lot of work into your bars and stuff like that as well. But people are here for J. Cole today, so we got to talk about J. Cole's verse, all right? It is what it is, baby. I know Daylight's trying to do more on the music front. We need that Low Deluxe battle, sir. We've been waiting on that for years. And that's what the people want. But good job on this record. So Cole comes in and says, the reign is obsolete. Jermaine is out to beat. Celebrated, paraded out in the streets for days, if not for weeks. Right? So again, he's poking his chest out, but he's doing it in an interesting way. If not for weeks, for bringing us out the bleakest burning pit. My words is slick. When it's my turn to kick, I apply pressure like I'm trained to stop a leak. So he brought the stop a leak, if not for weeks back, although he had a dope internal rhyme here, right? For bringing us out the bleakest burning pit. My words is slick. When it's my turn to kick, I apply pressure like I'm trained to stop a leak. And then you also got to think about a tourniquet, you know what I'm saying, to stop the leak of your blood from your veins. And then he goes in and says, how vain is my belief. So all of that entendre going in, right? How vain is my belief to say that I could be the greatest y'all done seen. Okay, so he's kind of throwing it in there, but he ain't going too far with it. With my cadence proper from days I laid across the street. He really just giving y'all, I gotta be one of the greatest. I could be the greatest with my cadence proper from days I laid across the street. From these Caucasian neighbors, new kids I stayed around. I'd green and his, what would he say? I'd green and not as mean as my homies that played on Project Swings. My fate is not foreseen. My brain stained and grained with the stories of slain bodies from heinous robberies. So now he's giving you a little bit of his background. You know what I'm saying? Cole always going to give you that. Vietnam. So my cadence proper from the days I laid across the street from his Caucasian neighbors. So even when I stayed back in these old times or when I was just getting my shit together, my cadence still was proper. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was not as mean as the homies that played on Project Swings, my fame is not foreseen. My brain stained and grained with the stories of slain bodies from heinous robberies, folks that got killed in robberies, and rated R regimes exchanging raw for cream, dope dealers, tricked them and went left. They pull up shooting like Tatum off a screen, pull up shooting Tatum, Boston. The bills is due as kids we knew the ways, The bills is due as kids we knew the way the calls would ring. Since mom ain't paid them off, we trained to watch the names across the screen. When the bills due, they coming to collect, they calling your crib. And you already know, hey, those numbers you don't answer. Mama ain't paid that shit. If you answer it, they gonna cut the shit off and put it on collections, right? So he said names across the screen and let collections pass just like we failed to make an offering. So you let the collections pass on your credit like we failed to make an offering in church. Because you get the collection plate, you pass it off like you ain't making no offering. That's tough. Got to channel thoughts because damn, the cable off it seems. Been there. Deep down, I hated Halloween with all that I've seen. Who needs another way to cause a scream? Halloween, Scream, scary movies with all I done seen. Deep down, I hated these movies because, shit, it's enough horrific shit going on around me. Dangerous says the king of pop. How well they spin your block. No moves. Minimal, smooth criminals. The whole gang doing insane amount of lean. That's tough. Hold on. Dangerous as the king of pop. Michael Jackson, the king of pop. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he also has a song called Scream too, you know. So that could be playing. Then you got the Dangerous album from Mike. So There we go. And you know, we start getting these Michael Jackson references. People gonna start thinking he's talking about Drake. I don't think that's in there, but people are always gonna ask those questions. Um, Dangerous says the king of pop. How well they spin your block, no moves, minimal, smooth criminals. The whole gang doing insane amount of lean. Hopefully they not. You know, niggas dying off that lean shit. But this lyrically, this shit is tough. This ain't prescribed because there ain't no doc for pain they harboring. So they doing an insane amount of lean, but this ain't prescription. Ain't no doc for the pain they harboring. You can't fix it. There's really no cure. Some pray to God, but it's odd because Some pray to God, but it's odd because Satan's catered all their dreams. That's tough. Some pray to God, but it's odd because Satan is really the one that's serving you up everything that you're receiving, even your gains. Spiritually malnourished, dehydrated, not a fiend. For truth in these flows, food for their souls to make it all serene. That's tough. Well, here's a plate of collard greens, right? Because it's food for the soul food, collard greens. So now they fiend. They spiritually malnourished, dehydrated, now they fiend for truth in these flows. So people have now gotten to a place where they want something real. They need food for their soul to make it all serene. Okay, well, here's a plate of collard greens. Here's some, you need soul food? I got it for you. Here's a plate of collard greens. Dope. It's a dope verse from Cole. He's spitting on that motherfucker. And again, he did it in a slick way to say, nigga, the real is back. I'm here. I gotta be one of the greatest. I've been dope since I was living in this old neighborhood with these white folk. You know what I'm saying? When because everybody know J. Cole's story. He lived in a rough area in a trailer, then they upgraded their life to the next neighborhood with white neighbors and stuff, but then found out the shit wasn't sweet there neither. So I like that record. I like what J. Cole did on that. And then we've got the feature where he opens up the song for T Grizzly's Blow for Blow. Now, this one, of course, is going to be a little bit more on the mainstream side, T Grizzly. And T Grizzly kind of surprised me on this. I'm not a T Grizzly fan. I've never been like a fan of his voice. I like the beat on this record. I like J. Cole's verse. And T Grizzly actually came in spitting some shit on here too. But again, the people are here for Cole World. So Cole comes in, he says, blow for blow, flow, just prestigious. Sweats and tees, no unnecessary accessories. The GOAT just from features. So here you go again. He letting niggas know I'm back outside. Nigga, I'm the GOAT just off features alone. Bitch, you ain't even got to count my goddamn discography. Just look at the features. Body to everybody. How could you be better if I'm killing you on your song? Sweats and tees, no unnecessary accessories, which, that's pretty much Cole's dress code. Except for when he did that motherfucking, what was that, GQ cover or whatever the hell that shit was. The GOAT just from features. Proceed with throat cut procedures. He looked rich, but he broke. Just egregious. Okay, so niggas is out here. So he's saying, I'm wearing sweats and tees. No unnecessary accessories, right? But you look rich, but you're broke. While I'm out here basically dressing broke, but I'm rich. Just egregious. Don't trust rappers, ho. Trust in Jesus. That's hard. That's hard. Because these niggas is clearly lying. They look rich, they broke. I look broke, but I'm rich. Don't trust these niggas. All you got is the hope to trust in Jesus. Whole team approach Costa Rica. Coast on boats getting throat from top models. We know you ain't doing that, bro. We know you married, but it's cool. It sound good on records. I do the shit too sometime. They pop shit, my clique pop bottles. Y'all popping shit. We having fun. Good time. I sip orange juice in the VIP, watching the clock tick. Perform a couple of hits and then I dip. So everybody else, his clique popped the bottles, but he's sipping orange juice. Okay. Perform a couple hits and then I dip. 6 figures richer than when I entered. Cold world, Mr. I got a temper. Okay, so he doing shows for 6 figures. He coming in, he doing his shit, get on stage, perform, leave. Okay, everybody else having a good time. Now, Genius, this is an unreviewed annotation. They say Cold World, Mr. I Got a Temper. They said the fact that I Got a Temper is in capital letters. How would you know it's in capital letters? Y'all wrote it yourselves. This ain't from J. Cole's page, bitch. I'm talking about the fact that it's in capital letters. It's an evident dig at Mr. Morale, especially since in the following line he says he makes numbers opposite to Mr. Morale, which did not. You stupid fucks. Mr. Morale is still platinum, in case you didn't know. It's not as successful as his other work. It's still platinum. Cole ain't taking shots at Kendrick. He wouldn't have apologized just to come back and take shots at Kendrick. Fuck whoever wrote that annotation on Genius. Let's keep going. Cold World, Mr. I Got a Temper. I stay hot. I think that's what Mr. I Got a Temper is. I stay hot. Doing numbers like K-pop. Not I stay hot like he mad, but regardless of the situation, he stays hot. Whether he's up, whether he's down, whether niggas dissing him, whether this is, you know what I'm saying? Cole is always going to be hot, doing numbers like K-pop, BTS in the flesh while they flop. I'm sure somebody else is going to say, oh, that's a Mr. Morale dig. Stop digging in your ass. Okay? And of course, we know K-pop, BTS, yeah. And I laugh all the way to the Deutsche Bank. Stay the fuck out my lane, avoid the paint, right? That's a tough one, right? Because you got the lane on a road, right? Stay the fuck out my lane, avoid the paint on the road. But then, of course, we know J. Cole plays basketball. Stay the fuck out my lane on the court, avoid the paint. The paint is where you come inside, you try to go up for a layup, a dunk, or whatever. Nah, nigga, avoid the paint because you're going to get your ass knocked the fuck out. Ain't no easy buckets down here, right? And he's laughing all the way to the Deutsche Bank, which is, I believe that's Dutch. I'm really him, Bruce Jenner. Boy just ain't. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying, I'm really him, Bruce Jenner. You know, he switched over to Caitlyn Jenner. So I'm really him, Bruce Jenner. Boy just ain't. Them boys ain't. They not him. They're other. He says, I'm boisterous, loud boos for crews from mad voices. It's like your team. And I ain't gonna lie. I'm sure some people gonna go at J. Cole's head because he seems to have a very strong, you know, I don't even know what word to use. He has an affinity for transgender bars. I'm not gonna lie. It's become a trend. It's something he's done for years. I don't know why he has to do it. It's almost like Dave Chappelle comedy. It's just like, you know, it's coming somewhere and there it goes. When here it go. What that thing, that hook right there. But I fuck with Cole nonetheless, but he could have saved that one. But I get it. Going back to the bars. I'm boisterous, loud boos for crews from mad voices. It's like your team's making the choice to take L after L. I got to laugh. Y'all look like James Todd Smith autograph. Now, that's interesting. I ain't never seen LL Cool J autograph. Cole references L after L, playing on the double meaning of taking losses with, of course, L after L, LL Cool J, cool. And the signature style of LL Cool J, whose real name is James Todd Smith. LL Cool J's name is famously abbreviated to LLCJ. What's funny about that, though? I don't know. I ain't never seen a nigga autograph in person, so I don't know what that's supposed to mean. You know, maybe I ain't rich enough or something. I don't know. But L after L, I gotta laugh. Y'all look like James Todd Smith autograph because he signs on LL, I guess. Not the greatest bar of Cole's career, but it's cool. It sounds good. He says, maybe that's why your bitch dropped the math, as in gave him the number, going against the squad and get chopped in half. Okay? And of course, there's the ladies love Cool James. Maybe that's why your chick dropped the math, like ladies love Cool Cole. Go against the squad, you get chopped in half. The who hot, who not thing, I thought that was part of his verse. It ended up to be the hook on the song. He said, now who hot, who not? Tell me who flopped, who sell out the tours? Who rap with the trap niggas that wet up your doors? So, you know, of course, that's an interpolation of Mace and Diddy. Whoa. Tell me who flop, who sell out the tours. I mean, clearly, again, there's gonna be people that say every time J. Cole mentions the word flop or something, he's throwing shots at Kendrick. I'm not gonna co-sign that, because to ask who sell out the tours, Mr. Morale was the top selling tour just last year in hip hop, period. And Drake overcame that. That was dope on his part. Who rap with the trap niggas that wet up your doors, right? Because you see Cole rapping with the underground niggas and the trap niggas. Who go harder than them who go harder than them and never let off before? Me, right? So he's saying, I'm with the trap niggas going harder than them, and I ain't never shot nobody. Who got your whore poking her head out the door, looking around, trying to see what's going on? Getting paid every week like he did all his chores. That's tough. Getting paid, man, that's tough. Life's a bitch. I'm rich till I divorce. That's tough too. If the shit go left, I'm pulling bread out the floor. That's tough. Right? If everything fall down, nigga, I got money stashed in the floor, bitch. I'm gonna be good. That's dope. J. Cole hit us with a double header this week. And I think both verses are dope. Both verses are solid. It's a good pop out for Cole. Who was it? Trader Truth recently came out and said that the fall off is coming. It's going to amaze people. It's going to take people by surprise. I'm interested to see what direction Cole goes in with the fall off. He's had some time to sit back and work on it throughout this year without a lot of pressure on him, especially with the way everything panned out this year. He's kind of been able to sit in silence and do what he needed to do outside the public eye. So it's going to be interesting to see how J. Cole approaches like coming back out with his own solo music. Does he drop a single? Does he drop music video? Does he do a surprise album drop? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very interesting to see how he approaches it, what type of music is on there, who's featured on the project. All of those things are going to be under the microscope. I don't have those answers at this time, but Cole, just know that the world is watching, all right? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. If you want to see more of this type of content talking about music, breaking down bars and lyrics, you're going to have to make sure you show up and watch these types of videos. Okay? Can only supply the demand that's available. All right? So just putting that out there, because some people be getting beside themselves. But once again, I will catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. First I'm out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no gunner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.